Hello viewers, this is Just Fact Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigerian news. For those who subscribe, I want to say a very big thank you to you and we'll say God bless you for subscribing. If you're yet to do so, please kindly press the subscription button below. And now the news in details. The torment looms in Ekiti State as Fayemi issues 72 hours ultimatum to 16 monarchs. 48 hours after the governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State deposed the Hima of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, its Ekiti State counterpart, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, has issued a 72 hours ultimatum to 16 Ekiti monarchs to respond to a certain query. According to sources, the query was issued to the 16 traditional rulers on Wednesday, March 11, giving those 72 hours to explain why they should not be removed for shunning government functions since August 2019. It was gathered that since August 2019, there was crisis rocking between the state government led by Kayode Fayemi and the 16 paramount traditional rulers called Pelu in the state. The traditional rulers claimed that the state government imposed the Alawe of Ilawe, Ekiti, Oba Adebanji Alabi, as chairman of the State Traditional Council in which the monarchs were rejected. The 16 monarchs, regarded as the most prominent and popularly referred to as the Pelu Obas, described the appointment of the Alawe of Ilawe outside of the 16 Obas called Alade Merindilogun to occupy the exalted seat of the chairman of the Traditional Council as a clear violation of the Ekiti State chieftaincy law. The Pelu Obas has sued the state governor, Kayode Fayemi, challenging his appointment of the Alawe of Ilawe, Ekiti State, Oba Adebanji Alabi, as chairman of the State Traditional Council. The monarchs in the suit, with registration number HAD/76/2019, filed before an Ado Ekiti State High Court, are seeking notifications of the appointment, saying the governor's actions of picking someone outside the 16 Obas as chairman was a violation of the Ekiti State chieftaincy law. In an originating summon filed by Dr. B.A.M. Ajibade San on August 7, 2019, and deposed to by Ajero of Ijero, Oba Joseph Adewale, on behalf of other 15 Obas, the monarchs are seeking an interlocutory injunctions restraining Fayemi from swearing in Alawe as the chairman of the council. Respondents in the suit are Governor Fayemi first, the Attorney General of Ekiti State, Wale Faponda second, and Oba Alabi third. The source said Fayemi had already stopped payment due to them from the local government. The affected Obas are said to be in an emergency meeting at the palace of Ewi of Ado State, Oba Raffles Adejugbe, as at press time. Wow, so guys, what do you think about this? You can imagine, look at what happened in Kano State, and now Ekiti State is coming up with its own thing. My question is this: is the governor, do they have upper hands than the Obas? Because to me, I feel that the Obas should be able to have upper hands than the governor, but now the reverse is the case. You see how Dr. Fayemi is learning the wrong things from his new friends in Kano State. It's just a wrong thing entirely. And also Rock Villa. So if the chiefs have a case against him in court, then any attempt to intimidate them is purely a contempt of court. My own advice is that Fayemi should be careful. Fayemi should not imitate the rest of the other governors. He shouldn't do that. You know, they said that you give respect to whom respect is due for. Whether we like it or not, the Obas has a upper hand, you know. They have upper hands. So for him to have said he wants to resign, they want to like stop them. It is so wrong. What happened in Kano State, I feel that is a wrong thing for Ganduje to reject Sanusi. It's a very wrong thing to me. It's a very wrong thing. It's wrong because the governor is acting ignorantly, proudly, and lawlessly. That's the way I can feel about it. The governor is acting as if nobody can stop him, as if nobody is above him, as if he can take decision without anybody. And that's the wrong thing entirely. And now he stopped the salaries of those obas. That's very bad. And I feel that something needs to be done to the constitutional provisions that gives politicians power over kingmakers to install or remove king. They are not supposed to remove or install king. They don't have power over that. They are not supposed to do that. They are not. But why is this people bringing so many things that is wrong? It is wrong to our culture, to our traditions. And I feel that Fayemi should be careful with this. He needs to be careful. He doesn't have to imitate the people in the north. He doesn't have to do that. He needs to be careful, you know. And somebody said this boy should not cause commotion in Ekiti land. Oh, if the Obas have basis for doing what they are doing and the Ekiti people get to know the truth, Yoruba people have palpable sense of right and wrong. They would not support the government and Fayemi will bear the brunt alone, which may consume him. In Yoruba land, we don't play with the tradition, particularly the progressive aspect. That guy should be well advised, which is true. Fayemi should be well advised in Ekiti State. They don't joke with that. They don't joke with their hobas. They don't joke with that. And that's the thing. Right from when they have been electing governor in Ekiti State, we've never heard governor removing hobas. So Fayemi needs to be careful in this aspect. Because I feel that Ganduje has started a new trend in which the other governors, they want to follow him. And Fayemi needs to be careful. He needs to be very, very careful in that aspect. Because my own thinking, my own opinion is that royal institutions and traditional positions should not be mixed with politics. They are two different things entirely. They should not mix politics with the traditional affairs. They are two different things entirely. Because kings are meant to be installed and reign till the end of their existence and not to be controlled by anyone. They are not to be controlled by the governors, nope. But this one, they are trying to control the kings. You can imagine the Queen of England controls and head the government, and that is how it's supposed to be. But politicians here, they've derailed the government already. My own advice again is just for them to stay clear from our traditional institution, and that's the real fact of it. That's it. Period. And somebody said, if I may ask, why are the Pelu kings rejecting the Alawe of Ilawe as the chairman? Is the chairmanship tenure more than 2 years? Is Alawe a lower class king to them? Is there anything hidden in the chairmanship that Alawe is not entitled to? Is Alawe not part of Ekiti? If kings are living with enemies because one of them is appointed by the governors as chairman, what legacy of peace are they handing over to the coming generation? I think they need to think twice so that they will not be disgraced. And that's the thing. Fayemi needs to very, very be careful with his own opinion. He shouldn't follow the steps of Fulanings and Hausas. He shouldn't do that. Because we all know that Yoruba culture is totally different from their own Yoruba, from their own doctrine in the north. Yoruba culture is a unique one and it's a very vital one. So Fayemi needs to be very, very extraordinary careful or else the Hobas will deal with him. Because to me, Fayemi is a very gentle man, he's a very cool man. So why will he do such a thing? Why will he take a huge step like that to humiliate the Hobas? No. You know, and somebody said that Fayemi should know that Yoruba cultures and traditions are different from that of the Fulani people. That's what I just said now. In Yoruba land, the crown belongs to the people, while the staff of office belongs to the government. The staff of office is a ceremony to show government approval of people's choice as an Hobas. Governor Fayemi should be very careful. I pray to him that he needs to be careful about it. Trust me, every of his step he needs to be careful, because we all know that Governor Fayemi is a very cool man. So guys, what do you think? What is your own take about this new trend of removing harbors, of removing Himaras? So kindly drop your comment at the comment section below, and God bless you. Bye.